Hello, my dear all students. Welcome again to our channel Kyan Manshi Online Education. I hope you all are fine and safe at your home. So, my dear all students, as a revision lecture, we are going to start. In this lecture, we will take figures of speech. So, let's have a look of figures of speech. The introduction part of figures of speech. A figure of speech is a word or phrase using figurative language that has other meaning than its normal definition. In other words, figures of speeches rely on implied or suggested meanings rather than a dictionary definition. So, what do you mean by figures of speech? How we use, when we use? So, this is the answer. Figure of speech is a word. What is figure of speech? It's a word or phrase using figurative language to attract a language to give more attractive look to a sentence or a language. We use figure of speech in this English language. So this is a language that has other meaning that its normal definition. The sentence has a particular meaning, but when we want to show the another meaning of that sentence, on that time we use figures of speech. In other words, figures of speeches rely on implied or suggested meanings rather than a dictionary definition. So, in other words, figures of speech rely on implied or they suggested meanings. What is the meaning of the sentence? How they want to convey with us? It shows the meaning or that another dictionary definition. So, let's see types of figures of speech. There are countless figures of speech in every language, and they fall into hundreds of categories. Here, through it is a short list of some of the most common types of figures of speech. So, in the figures of speech, countless figure of speech are there. Not a particular number of figure of speech, but so many figures of speech are there in every language. So, here we are going through some most common types of figure of speech. And the first one is metaphor. So let's see what is metaphor. Many common figures of speech are metaphors. That is, they use words in a manner other than their literal meanings. However, metaphors use figurative language to make comparison between unrelated things or ideas. When we use these figures of speech, metaphor, so we can say that they are very that kind of figurative language to make comparison. So this metaphor is using to compare between unrelated things or ideas. So let's take one example. The peak of her career, for example, is a metaphor, since a career is not a literal mountain with her peak. So here career is not that kind of thing when we call them a peak of her career. So here that example is of a metaphor, but the metaphor represent the idea of arriving at the highest point of one's career. So for example, so here we have taken one example, the peak of her career. So that is not a particular peak in the career, there is not any peak, but here we have used the peak of her career, so that's why that example is our metaphor. Next is simile. What is simile? A simile is a very common figure of speech that uses the words like and as. So this kind of words are used in simile figure of speech, like and as, to compare two things that are not related by definition. For example, he is as tall as a mountain. He is not as tall as mountain, but we have compared him with mountain. So when we see this kind of words, for example, as, like, so this kind of things are shown to compare two different kind of things. So here in this sentence, he is compared with mountain. His height is as tall as mountain. So this is the example of simile, and the other word is like. So this kind of things, this kind of two words, whenever we see in the sentence in a figures of speech, so they are showed as simile figure of speech. So he is as tall as a mountain doesn't mean he was actually 1000 feet tall. Any man, any person, they don't have this kind of feet. But here we have used that kind of figure of speech to represent his height. It just means he was really tall. If somebody is very tall, so on that time we use this kind of figure of speech. He is as tall as a mountain. This example uses a simile for comparison. The internet is like a window to the world. You can learn about everything online. So here the word like you can see here. So this is our figures of speech. So here you can see this word like. So internet is like a window to the world. It is not the really internet is not the window, but we have compared this internet with a window for the world. So that's why this is our example of simile. Next, idioms. So let's see what idioms. An idiom is a common phrase with a figurative meaning. Idioms are different from other figures of speech in that their figurative meanings are mostly known within a particular language, culture, or group of people. So, idioms we have learned before that it's not that kind of common figure of speech we have learned before. So, it's common phrase with a figurative meaning. Idioms are different from other figure of speech in that their figurative meanings are mostly known within a particular language, culture, or group of people. They are mostly known. So, how to write, how to know the idiom? So, they are known within a particular language, culture, or group of people. Here we have the example. This sentence uses an idiom to make it more interesting. There's a supermarket and a pharmacy in the mall. So if we go there, we can kill two birds with one stone. So in the mall, we will not kill two birds. But they want to tell us that there is a supermarket and a pharmacy in the mall. Two different things, two different places in a one specific place. So we can go there in the both places. We can meet both the places at one place. Means two different kinds of things in one place. On that time we can use this kind of idiom. We can kill two birds with one stone. So when we want to convey secretly or that kind of things are going on, so on that time this kind of idioms are used. The idiom is a common way of saying that two tasks can be completed in the same amount of time or same place. So in the supermarket, pharmacy is also there in the mall. Supermarket and pharmacy both are there in the mall. So we can go, we can visit both the places at the one place. In the particular one mall, supermarket and pharmacy both are there. So the idiom is used to convey the common way in the specific sentence, common way of saying that two tasks can be completed in the same amount of the time or same place. The next is irony. Irony is when a word or phrase's literal meaning is the opposite of its figurative meaning. Many times, but not always, irony is expressed with sarcasm. See related terms. It is called sarcasm. You all know about that sarcasm. So, what is irony? It's irony is when a word or phrase's literal meaning is the opposite of its figurative meaning. When we use that opposite word, opposite sentence, whatever the related task is there, so on that time this kind of figurative speech is used. For example, maybe you ate a really bad cookie and then say, wow, that was the best cookie I ever had. So it was not the really good, but they wanted to show the opposite of that sentence, opposite of that feeling on that time. Whenever we use that kind of sentence or that time, they are the irony. So, wow, that was the best cookie I ever had. Of course, what you really mean is that it's the worst cookie you ever had. But being ironic actually emphasizes you how bad it was. So you all know the term sarcasm. So on that, this kind of things happen if you are a user of social media. So you all know, you very well known about this kind of terms, irony. So this is sarcasm. So whenever we feel something, if we feel very good and we express the better on that time, whenever our informal talking with our friends, if our friend is looking very good, on that time we tell them, oh, you are looking very bad. But what is the actually we know, and they also know. So that time, whatever the conversation, whatever the sentences are used, all the sentences are the irony. So, here what did we discuss today? Figures of speech. 4 figures of speech we have used: metaphor, simile, irony, and idioms. Okay, students. So, students, for your exam, let me give you some topics for your essay. Okay, just note down in your notebook. Okay, I'll give you total 8 topics, and in exam I will ask you 2 topics from them. Okay, your first topic is online shopping, pros and cons. The second one, the wonders of science. Please note down in your notebook, okay? The third one is global warming. The fourth one is age of advertisement. The fifth topic, scarcity of water. Next one, where there is a will, there is a way. Seventh topic, population growth. And the last topic, importance of goals in life. Okay, students, so here I have given you total 8 topics to prepare for your examination. Be prepared. Okay, so if you have any doubt, you may ask to me. So in your homework, you have to write down all the figures of speech with example and the definition. Okay, thank you very much, my dear all students.